These tensioners take 14mm bolts, 14mm sockets, or use a wrench if you want to. This is where you use on the main tensioner, and this one right here is what you use on the other tensioner. So 14mm, turn it counterclockwise, and they usually say you could lock it in place using this right here. Do you see this hole? There's a hole here in the tensioner, right here. There's this one hole which is stationary, right there. Closer. This hole is stationary, and this is the hole that moves. So just what counterclockwise, and align those. Put your whatever it is you're using to lock, and that locks it in place. Makes it much easier, trust me. Then pull your belt out. Well, if you can get it, since that's got ribs and stuff, you're gonna pull it off a smooth surface like this or this. All right, there you go. That does that. Then on the way in, then on this one, do the same thing. 14mm, turn it counterclockwise. Then I'm using a wooden dowel stick. There you go. That's locked in place. It might break. Sounds like it's gonna break. This is just for demonstration. Get a hurt object. I've already used all my extra Allen key wrenches. Then this one's loose enough that you can remove it anywhere. Work with a smaller sheave, basic, desired. Okay, so at this point, that's it for the drive belts. Do the opposite on the way back. Remember, this one goes in first. Hello. This is the VK45DE engine, and this is supposed to be your belt or pulley replacement job. So you've got three main pulleys that you're dealing with. This one here is a main drive tensioner. So you've got the alternator over here. That's the alternator. Water pump over here. You've got your idler pulley over here. This is your AC compressor over here. And this is the main, the crank pulley. And as I said, it's an auto tensioner. Here's a tensioner, idler. Then down here, this one right here, this one is your other tensioner, and this is the power steering pump. So I'll go to the bottom just to look at it, give a better picture. Goes without saying that I've made work easier for myself. I have already removed the radiator, so this is it. This is what you're looking at. That's the pulley. Alright, so I'll explain how I'm gonna go to it. All of them use 14mm bolts, at least to loosen them, to get the tension, get some slack. And this is the point that you use on the power steering one. And as you can see, the power steering one over here is on its separate point of the crank pulley. It's one step over. It's a little skinnier as well. Then everything else runs off the main pulley. If it were up to me, I would have loved the AC compressor to be on a separate one, so that when you lose your AC compressor, you can find an easy way to keep going, keep driving. Anyway, I suppose someone looked at it and thought that the power steering was a little more unnecessary, so to say. Back up here, like in the beginning of the video, I had a 14mm with a cheater bar on it, and that goes here onto this bolt right here. And I'll get back down here. Going back down here. So this is what you're trying to do with these guys. When you're loosening them, when you're trying to get them loose, you've got this lock over here at this point. You could do it manually and just hold the pulleys in position, but I'll tell you what, it's really hard to get the range that you need, unless you've got something with a ratcheting end to it. So this hole here, see this on the main body, you want to turn that all the way till it aligns with this one here. There's another hole here. this guy right here. So you want to get that aligned, and they'll demonstrate that shortly. Same thing here. Move this all the way till here, and I'm going to use these. Slide that in. This, slide that in. It makes work that much easier. So let's get to it. So here, I've got, as I said, you need a 14mm. What I'm going to do is turn it to the left to lock it. So there you go. It's already maxed out. I'm going to put my phone down and try to slide the thing off. Where is it? Right here. So I can slide it off easily, pretty easily over here. The problem is, well, it's locked right now, right? Nice and easy. This is the range, right? When it's locked. When you unlock this thing, the pulley goes all the way, you know, it pretty much unlocks. And then thing is, you need to get something with enough leverage to crank the handle all the way from here, all the way up here, navigating the obstructions over here in the way of the fan module, and still lock it. So as I said, I have done it, and you can definitely do it without having to put a lock in place, but if you have the means, why not? And so this is what I'm going to do. Try to look for it through here. See that hole? There it goes, traveling all the way there. So I'm trying to find a way to keep the phone anchored, have a good image. Where is it? There you go. So this is what I'm trying to do. Open it. Is it aligned? Good. Slide this through. Lock it. There you go. So that's that. That's nice and loose. Then slide your belts off. Slide the belt off. That's it. Everything off. And on the way back, should be pretty simple as well. One guide I can tell you is this. If you see teeth, teeth face teeth. Grooves face grooves. Every tensioner touches the back of the belt. That is soft surface for soft surface. Ribbed surface for ribbed surface. Why am I shaking like that? Okay, and when the engine was running earlier, you probably did not hear this. I mean, the engine was ticking badly, but usually you should hear the pulleys if they're bad, with bad bearings. So does not sound smooth to me. Not good. Not to me. Bearings are toast. This one right here doesn't sound smooth to me either. But when the engine was running, and they have just a little bit of play, you know, in that direction. I'm gonna go ahead and get the other one down there. You can definitely attack all of them from up here, but it's the kind of thing maybe you should do while doing an oil change or something. It's that much easier when you see what you're doing. So I'll go to the bottom. So down here it's pretty easy. Since it's down, I mean, you could use something shorter. Since I already have the breaker bar, I'm going to use it. But I have this ratcheting, a set of ratcheting wrenches that are used for jobs like these. Alright. So as I said, you've got a protrusion here. Yeah, how do I do this? I'm trying to put this here, then slide it. It's going to end up going pretty deep. Right, but okay, so turn that counterclockwise like this. Well, suppose that counterclockwise, and push that thing inwards. And I'm gonna have to do this with one hand. There you go. That's in there. That's all the way in there. So pretty good, right? And then at this point, it should be that much easier to get this belt. Only one belt down here. It's a skinny belt. That's loose. I loosen that. Slide the belt over. And that does it. Then you can slide it over the top. Nice and easy. Done deal. One thing I'd say watch out for is on the way in, if you're doing this blindly, there's a prong, I'd say. See this protrusion over here? Coming above the crank pulley? Yeah, be careful about this. This thing right here. Just be on the lookout when you're sliding your belt. Slide it under it. And if you're doing the main belt, slide it. Well, main belt, you can't really make a mistake with that. That's a mistake you might make while sliding that skinny belt over. But the smaller belt, the posterior belt, is really easy to do. Just this goes over here. Well, yeah. Well, so this smaller belt's pretty easy. Make sure you go underneath, under this rod sticking out. Go over the pulley. Go over the other pulley. There you go. Pretty easy.